So hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's session we will be discussing about the non-parametric tests that are used for statistical analysis. So we have two types of testing procedures. One is parametric and the other is non-parametric. So when the information about the population is unknown, that is the moment when we imply non-parametric test. So the application of non-parametric test is basically when the data is nominal or ordinal. That means there is ranking of the data or scoring in the data. Ranking or scoring. So when you see there are ranks in the college, there are scores given in the college, right? CGPA, percentage. So all those ranking, scoring is under the heading of non-parametric test. So we have non-parametric tests like WILCOXAN, rank sum test, MANN WHITNEY test, WALLIS test, and FRIEDMAN's test. So these are tests that are also known as distribution free test. So these are independent upon the distribution, and that is why they are known as distribution free test. The sample observations over here are independent of each other, and the variables are continuous in nature. They are not discrete, they are continuous in nature. So the non-parametric test, the major advantages are that it allows testing for hypotheses for which the population parameters are unknown, right? So that is a major advantage. It is more convenient. However, it is not that reliable as compared to parametric test. So it is usually not more robust testing as compared to your parametric test. So the first one is Wilcoxon rank sum test. So there are two types of Wilcoxon test: Wilcoxon signed rank test and Wilcoxon rank sum test. So the rank sum test is also known as MANN WHITNEY U test. MANN WHITNEY U test is basically based upon a number of assumptions. However, but when we that is not as much important for your semester point of view. But Wilcoxon signed rank test is based upon three assumptions. The measurement is at least interval. The differences are mutually independent, and the differences between the two population groups is symmetric, right? So the two types, that both the sides of value, there is one side there are 8 values, the other side should also have 8 values. So here the level of significance is 0.05, which is 5%. So what will be the confidence interval here? Jaldi se tell me in the comment section. I have taught you all about the level of significance confidence interval. Yes, it will be 95%, right? So this is what is important when we speak about um, Wilcoxon test, right? So Wilcoxon test, basically now you have to make two more columns of ranks. So it ranks of this particular Cmax and this particular Cmax. Okay. So once you give ranking over here, now see, the ranking is based upon the values, right? Over here, can you see 2.3, 2.3? So the lower values are given a higher rank. The lower values are given a higher rank. Okay, you have to remember, this is very, very important. So now here you can see there are two values of 2.3, 2.3. So what you have to do, simply add the number of values divided by the number of values that are matching. So here there are two values which are matching of 2.3, 2.3, three values to be more precise, right? So 2.3 divided by 3. So that will be your ranking, right? So you have to divide so that equal ranking is given to all of them. Over here, can you see there is ranking of 5, there's ranking of 7, 12, 14.5. So then later on you have to get the sum of ranks. Sum of ranks of this particular column of the test and sum of this particular column of reference. So you have to take the sum of both the rankings. So your N1 and N2 values, the number of observations or number of readings is 8. The T1 is 62.5. So you have to consider the lower rank. Okay, this T1 will always be the one. Now we had T1 and T2, right? So one was 73.5 and another was 62. So the one that is a lower value, that you have to consider. So that as your T1. So T1 here you have to substitute 62.5 minus N1. N1 is what? 8. And then N1 plus N2 plus 1. So 8 plus 8 plus 1, which is 17 by 2. And the whole divided by 2. And the in the denominator you have N1 into N2, which is 64. That is 8 into 8 into N1 plus N2 plus 1 upon 12. That is 17 upon 12. So after solving this, you get a particular value of 0.58. So now this is a calculated value. The tabulated value is 1.96. We all know that. Always remember there are certain tabulated values that are very common. 1.64, 1.96 and 2.58. Please note this is extremely important for you. You have to remember this, and it should be at the tip of your tongue. If your confidence interval is 90, 95 or 99, this will be your tabulated value. No matter whatever the case is, just remember this will be a tabulated value. For Z testing, T testing also it is useful. So if your confidence interval is 90% and your level of significance is 0.1 or 10%, so the value will be tabulated will be 1.64. If your tabulated value is 1.96, that means your confidence interval will be 95% and it will be level of significance will be 5% or 0.05. So these three values, please make a table or somewhere just write these three values. It will help you ahead. Now maybe you are in the learning phase, so you will not realize the importance, but later on it will be helpful for you, right? So in this case, our calculated value is less than the tabulated value, so you will accept the null hypothesis. Okay, that is how you solve your Wilcoxan signed rank test. For Wilcoxan rank sum test or MANN Whitney test, you have to find out EU, you have to find out standard error of U. So that is n1 into n2 upon n1 plus n2 plus 1 upon 12, and this is n1 into n2 upon 12. And finally, you have to find the Z test. So Z test is U minus E of U upon SU. So EU you will find out by this formula. SU you will find by this formula, and you will be getting from the ranking, which is R minus n into n plus 1 by 2. So you will be having all values. So simply substitute these values in the formula. That's it. So this is a problem for practice that you can try. And in this, always remember, it is not necessary that both the samples or both the groups will have same values. See, here there are only how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. While here there are almost 11 or 12, you can say. So 12, yeah, this is 12 and this is 8. So here it's not necessary, but in Wilcoxan rank sum test, it is necessary. Wilcoxan signed rank test, I'm sorry, Wilcoxan signed rank test is necessary that both the values are equal. N1 is equal to N2. So here can you see they have given samples, observations, then ranking. Here can you see rank? Can you see rank over here? The lowest number is given the rank 1, followed by then the highest number. And here see the ranks were common, right? 14.1.1, 14.1. There are two ranks that were being called. What is the position that they are sharing? 4th position and 5th position divided by 2. How did I get this 4.5? Many of you all had even asked me this question in one of the videos. So this 4.5 is basically rank 1 you have diya, rank 2 you have given here, rank 3 you have given here. Now which rank is getting tied? The 4th rank and the 5th rank. 14.1 दो बार है, so 4th and 5th. So 4 plus 5 divided by 2, which is 4.5. So both of them will get the rank of 4.5. Similarly here, can you see 15.3, 15.3 दो बार है. Which ranks are being coincided? 9 and 10. So 9 plus 10 divided by 2. Similarly, if there were 3 positions, so 9 plus 10 plus 11 divided by 3, then your rank would have been different. This is how you calculate your rank. Now here you see N1, N2, R1 and R2, right? So your R1 and R2 is important. Here you have to apply the formula U ka, EU ka and SU ka. After applying this formula, simply substitute U minus E of U upon SU. So U is your 18, SU is your 12.9, and this thing EU is your 48. This is in mod, okay? This is always in mod. Never, it can be never negative. So your Z ka value will be 2.31. So the expected value was, our calculated value is 2.31 and the tabulated value is 1.64. So what will you do? Reject or accept? Calculated value is greater than the tabulated value. Write me know in the comment section. Yes, you will reject the null hypothesis. So similarly, there are again practice questions that you can do for yourself. This is for Wilcoxan. Currently that I'm showing is for Wilcoxan rank sum test or MANN Whitney test, and before this the question was for Wilcoxan signed rank test. WALLIS. WALLIS, just remember this formula. This is formula very important. 12 upon n into n plus 1 into summation of R2, upon n minus 3 into n plus 1. This formula, your entire sum is based upon this formula. So you will be given such kind of tabulated data. After you're getting this data, you have to divide it into RCN, RLD and RHD. Okay, since there were three different data sets, right? So KRUKAL is for determining the difference between the three treatment groups. So here, can you see you have a sum. So now after this, you have to take out the sum of ranks for all of them. You have to rank the data, obviously. You have to rank all the data, and the data ranking is not as per the group in KRUKAL. The data ranking is overall. So आप तीनों group का तीनों you will see of control, low dose and high dose सबके एक साथ ranking करेंगे. Till now what were we doing? WILCOXAN we were separating the ranking, right? For treatment different ranking and for control different ranking. इसमें ऐसा नहीं है. You have to just give the ranking as all of the ranking should be together. So here can you see, then you have to RC की ranking का sum निकालना है, RLD की ranking का sum निकालना है, RHD की ranking का sum निकालना है. Which is the lowest ranks come? 94. So now you have to simply substitute in the formula of chi square k minus 1, 12 upon n into n plus 1, 12 upon n into n plus 1 into summation of r, that is one all the three rank ka summation ka square. So 149.5 ka square upon 9 plus 1, divide. Okay, do not forget to divide by the number of observations in that particular group, because it will be varying in KRUKAL. It will not be the same. So see here you can see 9, 10 and 10, and then minus 3 into n plus 1 by 2. So the total n was n minus 1 by 2. Okay, so here you have to simply choose your n was 29. So 3 into n plus 1. So 3 into 29 plus 1, which is 30. So this is how you calculate your formula. And now here you can see the value is 6.89. Your calculated value is 6.89 and your tabulated value is 5.99. Okay. So what will you do? Calculated, tabulated से ज़्यादा है. You will reject the null hypothesis. This should be very clear. When your calculated value is greater than the tabulated value, reject the null hypothesis. Simply. Okay. This is the chi-square table that I was talking about, from where you will find here there is degrees of freedom. You can see over here the degrees of freedom is given, and here the level of significance is given 0.05 and all. So we had around 5.99 or something, right? Because that degrees of freedom was around 2. So this is how you calculate our, that is how will you determine degrees of freedom now? Will you minus 29 minus 1, number of observation minus 1? No. Number of treatment groups minus 1. So we had 3 treatment groups minus 1. So 2. So 2 पे 0.05 पे it is 5.99. That is why we had got the tabulated value as 5.99 and calculated value as 6.83. So this is how we calculate the value from the table. And the last test is FRIEDMAN test. It is a alternative for randomized block design or two-way ANOVA. Two-way ANOVA is also called as randomized block design. So it is like a paired two-way ANOVA test. And again you have to rank here. See, this is the formulation given, and these are the different kind of tablet presses. So you have to simply rank these. How will you rank? The lowest value will be given the rank 1, and then you have to take out the sum of the ranks of each tablet press. Can you see? A, B, C, D. Her tablet press ka they have taken out the individual rank, and then you will determine the formula using 12 upon R into C upon C plus 1 plus summation of R square minus 3 into R C plus 1. Now this formula is very much similar to KRUKAL formula. So do not get confused between KRUKAL and FRIEDMAN. There is an extra R here. There is an extra R here, which is number of rows or number of blocks. So this R is extra. Do not forget this R. Okay, but KRUKAL mein this R was missing. Only n into n plus 1 was there. So here you have to find 1, 2, 3. And finally for the inference, our tabulated value is 9.72. Sorry, our tabulated value is 7.8 and uncalculated value is 9.72. So reject or accept. Tell me quickly. Reject the null hypothesis. Okay, since our calculated value is greater than the tabulated value. So that's all for today's video. I hope you all did enjoy and did learn a lot about non-parametric tests like KRUKAL, FRIEDMAN, WILCOXAN signed rank test, WILCOXAN rank sum test, MANN WHITNEY U test, that is also called as MANN WHITNEY U test. So if there are any suggestions or if you have doubts or want me to make a particular video on any topic, do let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching the video.